too early. I think St. Louis, if they could some way score, they have a chance. But they just haven't played well since the middle of the second quarter.
Pretty good drive.
Having Gray out of there hurts.
Frank Labor with Roger Staubach. We're at rain-drenched Texas Stadium. Cold, chilly afternoon. Cowboys leading the Cardinals 24-21, but the Cardinals are on the move with a 2nd and 9 at the Dallas 24-yard line. As we said, it's always like this when these two teams play. Tilley to the left side, facing off against Aaron Mitchell. Steve is off to the right. Benny Barnes across the line of scrimmage from him. Hart looking to the far sideline to Steve, who makes the catch at the 19-yard line. Pick up a 4, maybe 5 yards on the play. St. Louis will now have a 3rd and 3 upcoming. Big play.
I'd say it's a critical play. Dallas is counting on the pass. They're sending in their extra people, which this might be a good time to run in 3rd and 3.
Well, they've been running pretty well here in this drive. They've got Anderson and Theodis Brown in the backfield. But Hart will throw, or wants to, and doesn't get to, as Randy White stops him standing up, number 54.
Of course, that's a big trap. It not only stops a potential touchdown drive, but it puts it a much tougher kick for O'Donoghue in the field goal.
This will be his first attempt of the afternoon. He is 4 out of 6 on the year, and this will be a 44-yard attempt. Wetfield willing to hold. He has not had an attempt outside of 40 yards this year. It's long enough, but it is wide to the left. No good. And the Cardinals come up dry, getting nothing out of that excellent drive. 13 minutes, 44 seconds left to play in the game. Dallas leading St. Louis by 3.
Introducing the revolutionary twin action shaving system engineered to outperform twin blades. The new Norelco Rotattract razor. Inside 3 floating heads, Rotattract works like twin blades to grip hair. Raise it up, then razor it off, hundreds of times a second, for a shave that's twin blade close without a nick or cut. The new twin action Norelco Rotattract razor, cord and rechargeable. Twin blade closeness, but no gotcha.
Need your help. Is it me or my 1981 Toyota Corolla? Watch. See what I mean? I know Corolla looks like a million, got plenty of style, not to mention a peppy 1.8-liter engine. But I ask you, is it me or my Toyota Corolla?
Give me a ride to the library?
Tell me, was it me or my Toyota Corolla?
Oh, what a feeling! Your Corolla! Toyota!
Needed something on that drive.
Next Saturday, the CBS Sports Spectacular presents the WBA Junior Welterweight Championship from Cincinnati, as undefeated champ Aaron Pryor defends his title against Canadian Gaetan Hart. The NFL cheerleaders battle continues with a wild motocross competition. All of the CBS Sports Spectacular next Saturday afternoon, 4:30 Eastern Time. 1st and 10 as the Cowboys take over following Neil O'Donoghue's misfire. Dallas has the ball on its 27-yard line, 24-21. Tony Dorsett at to the 36-yard line, a pickup of 8 on the play. You were saying during the timeout that you thought that Cardinals' failure to come up with any points might have been significant.
I think it was significant, Frank. They moved the ball well, but were stymied, and Dallas hasn't been stopped very often on offense, and they're moving the ball right here. So this drive is critical to St. Louis, and of course for Dallas, they're keeping the momentum going right now.
Dorsett now has 95 yards rushing in 17 carries. 2nd and 1. Newhouse picks up the first down out to the 41-yard line. That's Newhouse 6th carry of the afternoon for 35 yards. Cowboys by 3. It's never any more than that when Dallas and St. Louis play. Danny White sending Drew Pearson wide to the right side. Tony Hill set inside of him. Dorsett and Newhouse, the running backs.
I think Newhouse, a little hitch in his move right there. They're going to be illegal procedure.
Well, I thought it was Dorsett, but I think I agree with the caller. Illegal procedure. It'll be against Dallas.
Maybe it was Dorsett. One of the backs moved.
Cardinals have their option here of making it 2nd and 10 or 1st and 15.
Illegal motion, number 33, decline, 2nd down.
So it is 2nd and 10 for the Cowboys at their 41-yard line. First of 3 straight home games for the Cowboys next Sunday against the Redskins and on Thanksgiving against the Seattle Seahawks. Dorsett trying to get outside, doesn't make it this time.
Another injury to
Eric Williams, looked like.
He's
55.
holding his left leg. He made an excellent play. He got inside the block, and as Dorsett tried to make his move to the outside, of course, Eric Williams is there to stop him.
Loss in the play as they spot it back at the 38-yard line. Dallas now with a 3rd and 13 as Williams comes out of the ball game. Minnesota last quarter now leading Tampa Bay 31-23. Vikings who shut out Detroit last week continue to play well. From the shotgun, Danny White in the pocket, looking, still looking. Drew Pearson. Attempt to make a diving catch at the 43-yard line. That also would have been the record-setting catch for Pearson.
White again had just all kinds of time back there, and that made the difference. Drew Pearson was coming off of his normal route and just looking for an open area. Once Danny pumped and started looking around, of course, Drew saw him and tried to break back to the outside where there's nobody there and almost made an excellent catch.
So White will have to punt. And he's punted well, averaging better than 47 yards a kick today. Angle to the far sidelines. Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. As the punt was fielded by Ken Stone, number 23.
That was not a good punt that time, Frank.
His worst of the day. Cardinals will have the football. First down when we come back.
We want to make you smile.
Welcome back. I see you brought a friend.
My boss hasn't smiled the whole trip. I'm back.
I think you'll like our beds.
Big room.
Everything all right?
Just fine. Call me for dinner in an hour.
We made him smile.
Come to Holiday Inn where your style says we're #1 people pleasing.
Come, drive in the 4th dimension. Experience the 4-wheel drive edge of the American Eagle. Feel our 4 wheels bite into bone-dry pavement, slice through rain, eat up snow. The American Eagle takes your family with confidence where it's never been before. And introducing an all-new high gas mileage Eagle with a list price of only $59.95. Experience driving in the 4th dimension with the American Eagles from American Motors.
Sunday night, everybody's favorite night on CBS. Starts with 60 Minutes, of course, then on Archie Bunker's place. Archie will meet his match when he hires a housekeeper. One day at a time, Alice and the Jeffersons. Very entertaining evening coming up on CBS. Probably just as entertaining as this football game has been this afternoon. 1st and 10. Cardinals at their 37. They're down by 3. And Hart is back to throw it. Going long. He'll overthrow everybody here. Trying to hit Steve, number 84. I think he just threw that away.
Well, he was going for it all, and of course Steve didn't get a chance to get downfield.
Let's do a little coaching clinic.
Yeah, here's the defense. Hart had a play action pass here. Watch, I thought I saw Doug Marsh hooking over the middle, but again Dallas is in a type of coverage. Waters is trying to fake the blitz. Aaron Mitchell is man-to-man. Look at Marsh right here. Dennis Thurman's looking at Jim Hart all the way, so he comes off of Marsh, and they end up doubling Steve downfield. But Dennis Thurman was just looking at the quarterback.
2nd and 10. Cardinals at their 37. On the delay, Anderson lost the ball and falls on it for a loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 11 as that ball getting a little slippery. Again, the rain has eased up somewhat. It's turned into a light, almost freezing drizzle at this point. 11 minutes left to play in the game. Game in San Diego just underway. Kansas City has scored first from the Chargers. Again, a big 3rd down play for the Cardinals. Steve, Tilley, both to the left side off at the bottom of your screen. Hart got the pass away. Steve Wilson, number 45, got his hands on it. It was intended for Tilley. And we get a flag back at the line of scrimmage. Penalty's going to be against the Cardinals, which I'm sure will be refused by the Cowboys to set up the punting situation.
Well, Harvey Martin got around the corner again on George Collins.
71, offense, declined, 4th down.
Joe Bostic of the Cardinals offensive line guilty of the holding.
Harvey was a factor again on forcing Hart to throw that ball a little bit quicker than he wanted to.
Swider to do the punting, standing back on his 20. Cowboys have 10 men at the line of scrimmage. They quickly peel back for the return. Jones, end-over-end kick, fielded at the 30, 35, 40, 45. Jones to the 49-yard line. He and Rod Phillips, number 36, really knocked heads. And there are 2 Cardinals shaken up on the play. The other one is Jeff McIntyre, number 50. Timeout with 10 minutes, 27 seconds remaining, and the Cowboys leading 24-21.
By now, almost everybody's heard about the incredible Black & Decker workmate. About how it makes almost any hard job a lot easier. Like planing, hammering, sawing, almost anything. But what most people don't know about the incredible workmate is now you can get a single hatch model for as little as $45.
Wow.
That's right. A Black & Decker workmate for about $45. That's really incredible.
I looked at Datsun 280ZX and Porsche 924 because I wanted a refined sports car. Then I looked at and drove this new Mazda RX-7, and that's all it took.
Just one look. That's all it took. Yeah, just one look. That's all it took.
The Mazda RX-7 keeps getting better. Even the mileage is 24% better than last year. And the more I looked, the more I liked the looks of its price.
The more you look, the more you like.
This might be the collision of the day. James Jones and Rod Phillips.
Well, they butt heads right here. Number 36 is coming in your screen lower left right here and just pops James Jones. Both hit their helmets here, and Rod Phillips got up slowly.
It's like 2 billy goats.
Right. That hurts.
Cowboys with excellent field position. 1st and 10 from their 49-yard line as a result. Drew Pearson in motion across the backfield. Dorsett lost the ball. St. Louis recovers at the 46-yard line. Lee Nelson, number 38.
Well, that ball was pulled out of Tony's hands. He had some daylight, and someone grabbed and pulled the ball out, and Lee Nelson, number 38, is the man responsible for the recovery.
So the Cardinals get another chance here. Still lots of time remaining. St. Louis with a first down at their 46.
See if we can catch this fumble right. Here's Dorsett. He makes his move inside. It's been a good play all day. Donovan is, it looks like Lee Nelson pulled the ball out and recovered it.
Hart giving to Anderson. Got a couple of yards to the 49. It'll be second down 8.
Yeah, Bruning and Randy White and Harvey Martin were in on that stop.
Time, of course, will become a factor soon. We'll keep a close eye on the clock for you. Now under 9 minutes left to play in the game. Wide open first half, 21-17. Cardinals only had one score here in the second half. Drew Pearson's touchdown catch.
Well, this Minnesota team has come back. They're 6-5 now.
Rushes on Hart. Trying to get away. He does. Gets rid of the ball. Is hot over on the far side, wanting the intentional grounding call, which the Cowboys do not get.
I'll tell you, the rule now is if he's in the grasp of a tackler and throws the ball away, they'll call it. But if you can throw it where there's no receiver, as long as you've got complete control of yourself, they're not going to call intentional grounding.
And they didn't.
Now, if someone had the grasp of Hart and he just threw it out there, but watch, he scrambles, does a pretty good job. Jim's not really a scrambler, but he's going to have some problems right here. He gets away from this rush, and now he's kind of under control. He just throws it out of bounds, and that's not a grounding call.
Third down and 7. Hart looking to his right, then back to his left, and Tilley can't hold this one, and we get a flag at the line of scrimmage. Harvey Martin is pointing at Barney Cotton, the offensive lineman, for holding, and that will be the call. But Cowboys will decline that, I'm sure, as well, because we go to fourth down and 7.
Well, Dallas is really controlling that line of scrimmage now. They're pretty well have their own way, and they're pressuring hard.
Holding, number 60, refused. Fourth down.
Cotton it is. Swider in to do the punting. Again, 10 men at the line of scrimmage for the Cowboys. Jones is deep. Nice kick. Jones going to let this one bounce at the 10. Rolls at the 5. Takes a Cardinal hop back to the 6. And dies there. Another flag behind the line of scrimmage.
Roughing the kicker.
Roughing the kicker against Dallas would give the Cardinals an automatic first down around midfield. Swider was roughed on the play, so bring it back and give the ball back to the Cardinal offense. Solomon, Cowboy rookie defensive back, who I'm sure is trying to hide on that Cowboy bench right now. He would like to be invisible.
At least he's staying away from Mike Ditka anyway.
That moves the ball into Dallas territory. First down at the Cowboy 46. Anderson. The line of scrimmage. Dede Lewis, number 50. Submarine the play for no gain.
Football's an amazing game, Frank. This defense now is playing with a lot of emotion. They're controlling that line of scrimmage, not only in the pass, but against the run also. That's made a difference in the second half.
That rush, by the way, a pickup of 1 yard on the play, gives Anderson his 100th yard. The only man ever to rush for 100 against the Cowboys on 3 occasions. Second and 9 from the 45. Hart flushed out of the pocket. Intercepted by Bob Bruning at the 30. Bruning is up to the 35, returns to the 38. First interception of the day against Hart. And Brunick showing awful good hands for a linebacker. That was not an easy interception.
No, that was an excellent interception. Brunick made his second interception of the year, but he gets a deep drop back there. Look at him. He's back there helping. There's the pass. There's the ball is thrown, is going into Steve, and of course Aaron Mitchell 34 is back there, but Brunick got a deep drop and made the interception.
Timeout. 8 minutes and 33 seconds left to play. Well, a brief official timeout, which is now over. First and 10. Cowboys ball at their 37. Danny White gonna go long for Tony Hill. Worley's out there. Hill and Worley going one-on-one, and Worley winning this battle as he got his hand in there. Good defensive play because Hill had a step on him.
Worley's a cagey defensive back. They were even, and all of a sudden Hill had a step and a half on him, but Worley closed the gap and got his hand out in front. He timed that just right.
An interception by Bob Brunick, his second of the year. And a big turnover for the Cowboys, who lead the NFL in turnovers. At 33 on the year coming into the game. Second and 10. Dorsett across the 40 out to the 43-yard line for about 5. And that should put Dorsett over 100 yards rushing on the afternoon. Both Anderson and Dorsett have eclipsed the century mark. Third down. Dallas looking at 5. I'll call it 6 for the first down as they spot the ball at the 42-yard line of the Cowboys. Under 8 minutes left to play. Drew Pearson wide to the left side, puts Johnson in the slot inside of him. As the Cowboys go to their shotgun, they have a triple wing to the left. White. Preston Pearson for the first down at the St. Louis 45. Second big catch he's made today.
Danny White put that one right on the money. Preston Pearson ran a sideline. And what you have to be careful of is what the cornerback is doing out there. And of course, he was running deep with the wide receiver, so it was Preston man-to-man on Favron, and White put it right out in front, picked out the right receiver, and perfect pass. Nice catch.
There are just so many receivers out there in that shotgun out there.
There are. Dallas has been down in third downs the last 3 weeks. They were leading the league. They're down to 49%, but today they've done a good job in third downs.
First down at the Cardinal 45. Dorsett taking the pitch, cutting back inside, and reaches the 39 for a pickup of 7. It'll be second and 3. Cowboys will be content here to continue moving the ball and letting that clock run down. It's moving with 6 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Nose of the ball just inside the St. Louis Cardinal 40-yard line. Dallas leading 24-21. Having won the first game by 3 up in St. Louis. Second and 4. White. Sideline throw almost picked off by Carl Allen, number 27. And Allen had nothing but 65 yards of artificial turf in front of him.
That's good anticipation by Allen that time. It was just a 7-yard sideline pass, a short drop by White. What a defensive back does is sometimes looks at the quarterback's short drop, and then he moved on the ball immediately and almost got that football. Knocked it down.
That stops the clock with 6 minutes and 12 seconds remaining. Dorsett has now rushed for 105 yards in 21 carries, averaging 5 yards a carry. Cowboys shifted into the shotgun on 3rd and 5. White with good protection goes over the middle, completes it to Tony Hill at the 23. First down. That'll be Hill's 7th reception of the afternoon.
Well, White drilled that ball in there. Carl Allen was on him, but he just fired it in there, and of course Hill was in good position and had his body in front of Allen and made the catch. Watch, he just drills it right there. He fires it into the body of Tony Hill. Actually, Allen is out in front of him. White brings him back, and threw it to the right spot.
1st and 10.
And Tony Hill made a good adjustment by not coming over the middle when he saw Allen in front of him.
Cowboys have reached the St. Louis 23. Dorsett trying to get outside, does so to the 20, and reaches the 17-yard line. He's dropped at that point.
Dorsett, the ball carrier.
Clock rolling down to the 5-minute mark now. 5 minutes left to play.
Second down, 5.
Tampa Bay and Minnesota, that's still going on. No, is it final now? 38-30 Minnesota. I don't believe that's final yet. Our score 24-21. Cowboys leading the Cardinals. Second down. 3 for the first down. Dallas at the St. Louis 17. Robert Newhouse fights his way down to the 10-yard line. Another Dallas first down. This drive accomplishing 2 things. It's running the clock down, and of course it's proceeding to what could very well be an insurance touchdown in this game, with Dallas holding a 3-point lead right now. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left to play in the game. The clock continues to roll. First down at the St. Louis 11. Drew Pearson left side, Tony Hill right. Dorsett, 10, 5, touchdown. Dorsett putting 2 excellent football games back to back. 183 yards on the ground against the Giants last week. And he's at the 125-yard mark against the Cardinals this afternoon. 30-21 with the extra point trying to come.
As I said, Frank, they're controlling the line of scrimmage, offense and defense. Excellent blocking there, and you give Tony any daylight, he'll scoot in there. He's got the speed, and once he scooted through that daylight, he outran Roger Worley and everybody else to the corner of that end zone.
Septien with the extra point try is good. A very impressive.
Here's the play. Here you got Newhouse leading. Newhouse gets a good block, blocks to the outside. Dorsett comes inside, and then he outruns Worley right here to the quarter of the end zone.
Cowboys 31, Cardinals 21. Back in a minute.
Here's another Radio Shack Christmas gift collection. 14 exciting new electronic games priced from $12.95 to $39.95. Fast action games with electronic sound effects. There's football, basketball, baseball, golf, shooting gallery, and more. Challenging entertainment for kids 6 to 60. Play alone or with a friend for hours of fascinating fun. The big electronic game assortment, available only at Radio Shack, your Christmas electronics store.
I do the Continental to ensure my accidental.
We do the Continental to ensure our residential.
I do the Continental to ensure my developmental. They can insure all I have to insure.
I do the Continental to ensure my instrumental.
I do the Continental to ensure my Continental.
Join the over 4 million satisfied Continental insurance policyholders.
Do the Continental.
Septien ready to kick off. 3 minutes, 52 seconds left to play in the game. Cardinals got to be wondering what's happened to their second half momentum. They sagged to the second half last week and again today. Roy Green back to the 15, 20, breaks outside, 25, across the 30. Green finally run out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Yellow flag down there again.
Penalty marker down back at the 20.
Steve does not like it. Must be on him. Number 84.
If that's the case, it'll saddle the Cardinals with very poor field position back somewhere around their 10-yard line as we get a preliminary indication of a clip. Cardinals ahead 24-6. Last week at halftime fell. This time they ran out to a 14-0 lead. We're ahead 21-17 at halftime and haven't scored here in the second half.
Personal foul, clipping, number 84 on the run back.
Dave Stieff guilty of the foul. It'll be a 1st and 10 for St. Louis back at the 10-yard line. Tilley wide to the right side. Stieff split to the left. Again, the Cardinals have been minus Mel Gray for better than 3 quarters, and it's hurt him. Pass intended for Anderson is incomplete. Let's go to Brent Musburger at the NFL Today control room in New York.
Frank, the Cowboys must win to stay within 2 games of the Philadelphia Eagles, who mauled the Washington Redskins today. Watch their sophomore linebacker, Jerry Robinson of UCLA, scoop up the loose ball and dash back 59 yards for a touchdown. The Eagles still lead the NFL, having only surrendered 135 points, and they win it today 24-0. Now let's send you back to Frank Lieber.
Again, the swing pass out to Ottis Anderson, who's run out of bounds at 8-yard line. So not much there for the Cardinals. 3rd down coming up. Jerry Robinson can run with the football. He looked like a receiver, which he was his early days in college for the Eagles.
He was #1 draft choice last year, and he's an excellent linebacker. The Eagles are moving right along. That was their first win in Washington. Here we have a replay of that last play. It was just a toss out to the side, hoping to get Otis some running room, but D.D. Lewis is right there, makes a good play, pushes him out of bounds.
3rd down, loss in the play of a yard. It's 3rd and 11. Pass thrown in front of Tilley as Harvey Martin came up with a big rush and certainly distracted Hart, even though he didn't get to him.
Well, Harvey got off the ball that time like a shot. Almost offsides, but he timed it just right and got in there, and he's had that outside rush all day, and he's come close to a couple other traps.
Standing ovation for the Cowboy defensive unit as they leave the field. They played some second half.
They've been awesome the second half.
Very shaky, particularly in the first quarter, and the Cardinals kept hitting the big play. Swider is 7 yards deep in the end zone.
Oh, he booms it out of there, Frank.
James Jones back at the Dallas 40, 45. Jones at midfield. And just into St. Louis territory at the 49-yard line. Tackle made by Charles Baker, number 52.
Stop at the Cardinals 49-yard line. First down 10 for the Cowboys.
Dallas 1st and 10. As Brent Musburger mentioned, Cowboys need the victory here to stay 2 within Philadelphia. They've got the Eagles one more time. That'll be on the last day of the season here at Texas Stadium, so they have to have help from someone. Cowboys leading by 10. They give it to Dorsett. Slipped as he tried to make his cut at the St. Louis 45-yard line. They pick up a 4 on the play. 2nd down 6. That gives Dorsett 126 yards this afternoon.
Now that I formation's been awesome for Dallas today. Either the pitch out or the roll back to the inside by Dorsett. He's getting good blocking by Newhouse, good blocking by the line, and he's probably averaging from that I formation, the handoff alone, 5 or 6 yards, and from the toss play also he's probably averaging 5 or 6 yards.
Lee Nelson was shaken up on that last play for the Cardinals. He's been removed from the game. 2nd and 6. Newhouse. Got a yard. That's about it to the 43-yard line. 2 minutes and 20 seconds now. And the clock, unless the Cardinals call a timeout, will run down to the 2-minute warning prior to the next play.
You know, one thing that Tom Landry mentioned a few weeks ago, Dallas has been having trouble with the running game, a lot of trouble. Dorsett was under 4 yards a carry, and he mentioned, well, we've got a lot of running plays, but let's just throw the ones out that aren't working. They have a quality control division on their team, and they look at the plays that are successful, the ones that aren't. And 2 weeks ago, he said, we're just going to throw a lot of plays out that haven't been successful. stick with our solid plays, and today there are probably 4 or 5 different plays that have been successful for them. It's been simplified, and it's probably paid off. Last week Dorsett had 183 yards. He's running well today also.
In other words, the Cowboys scout themselves as well as the opposition.
Oh, they sure do. They look at all things, passing, running, and decide what's best.
Here's to good friends. Tonight is kind of special. The beer.
Building inspector.
Hey, what are you guys doing here?
I didn't believe you two could build your own house.
Yeah, well, don't look. It's not finished.
Well, I guess we'll just take our low and brown go home. Well, maybe one quick look around.
When you want the taste of a truly great American beer, tonight, let it be low and brown.
What are you going to do when you finish this place? Just what I'm doing right now.
It was Mercedes-Benz that produced the world's first production diesel car, the first 5-cylinder diesel car, this 200-mile-per-hour diesel car, the first turbocharged diesel car, and the world's only 3,000-mile-per-gallon diesel vehicle. For 1981, only Mercedes-Benz can apply all that expertise to these diesel cars. Mercedes-Benz, the pioneer in diesels for 45 years.
Now, let me give you another final score. The New York Giants beat Green Bay 27-21. Here was the hot combination. Phil Simms to Ernest Gray. Gray caught 6 passes for 119 yards and 3 touchdowns. 27-21 the final. Back now to Frank Lieber in Dallas. Frank?
Brett, you recall that Gray caught a touchdown last week against the Cowboys.
He had a big day last week. You know, one thing besides the Dallas defense that is really positive. Danny White had a rough week last week as the Dallas team lost a close one to New York, but this guy's got a lot of character, number 11, and the character shows by bouncing back after a tough game or even a tough play to come back with a big play, and he's got those qualities, and they're showing today with 3 touchdown passes.
3rd down 4 for the Cowboys at the St. Louis 44-yard line. White looking for the first down. That's Drew Pearson. That's the record-setting catch as he goes out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So Drew Pearson has just set a Cowboy all-time receiving record, eclipsing Bob Hayes as the #1 receiver in Dallas Cowboy history. That is his 366th catch, and he gets a standing ovation.
Oh, he should. And he's also eclipsed the record of a great receiver. Bob Hayes, through the years, really changed the defenses from man-to-man the zone. Bob had the speed. No one could take him man-to-man. Made a lot of big plays, a lot of big touchdowns, but this man, number 88, has stepped in there, and with his consistency since 1973, just broke Bob's record, and it's quite a record to break.
That's 20 completions now for Danny White in 36 throws for 296 yards. Newhouse fights his way to the 26-yard line, so Danny White is right at the 300-yard mark in the passing department. Timeout call by St. Louis, their first of 3 with 1:46. There's Drew accepting congratulations from his teammates. They didn't have that handshake when you played, did they? That high five, they call it?
No, they didn't.
They had every other one, though.
I like to see those handshakes when you're in a football game at the end of the game because that's a positive sign. This number 88 is something special. As an impartial observer here on a CBS game, I don't like to get into the personalities of guys I've played with, but that's one guy that I feel proud of being part of those catches.
2nd down, 7. Dallas at the 27-yard line of the St. Louis Cardinals, leading 31-21. And simply trying to run the clock down here. Dorsett dragged down on the far sidelines. Cardinals did not get him out of bounds. So the clock will continue to roll. Well, it's been quite a football game. A lot of people involved, and showing it to you this afternoon, our executive producer, Charles H. Milton III. Our ever-present producer, Mr. Bob Rowe. And our director and the pride of Centralia, Illinois, Andy Kindle. And a lot of the fine folks here in Dallas who also work with us on these Cowboy home games.
You know, the NFC East is an interesting division. At the beginning of the year, it looked like a 4-team race. St. Louis, Washington, Dallas, Philadelphia, and New York still trying to build. But it's come down strictly to a two-team race, and one of the best races in football, and two of the best teams in football between Dallas and Philadelphia. St. Louis, though, have really had their tough games this year. They've been in so many games. They've been very competitive, but they just have not had the winning edge when it counted. I think Jim Hannafin, though, has led an air to this team that it's going to be successful in the future, and a few plays here and there, they could have been successful this year. Washington seems to be out of it. The last 3 weeks, Washington has really been somewhat of a problem team, Frank. They've given up a lot of points. We see Tony Dorsett get stopped here. But they've given up big plays to Minnesota, Chicago, and now to Philadelphia today. The only thing they can do is being a spoiler, as is St. Louis. St. Louis goes to Philadelphia. Washington comes to Dallas. But they're out of it for all practical purposes other than determining who's going to win the division.
4th down situation. Cowboys need 9 for the first down from the 30. Clock is still moving with 1:05 to go. As the old saying goes, if the Cardinals didn't have bad luck, they wouldn't have had any at all this year.
Well, they've had injuries. They've had some tough luck also. But you make your own luck a lot of times. And
Newhouse on the 4th and 9. So Dallas will turn over the football at the 25-yard line with 45 seconds left to play and leading by 10. And having in their pocket, apparently, their 6th consecutive victory over the St. Louis Cardinals. And their 8th in their last 9 outings between the two clubs. Again, an interesting ball game. This will be the widest margin of victory, I'm sure, in some time between these two teams, 10 points. And it was a 3-point game until there's the Cowboys scored that consolation touchdown by Dorsett after a long drive. St. Louis led at halftime, 21-17. Couldn't hold on. Hart over the middle. Charlie Waters trying to bat it away from Tilley and being successful.
How many passes has Pat Tilley caught today, Frank?
6-0. Bears leading Houston in the second period. That's somewhat of a surprise. Meeting of the two great runners, Walter Payton and Earl Campbell. Answer your question here in a minute. Tilley's caught 3 for 75, and I think they were all in the first half.
He has. He's the only receiver now in football this year that's caught at least 3 passes in every game.
He's kept that streak going. Personal foul against Harvey Martin of the Cowboys. Moves it off to the 40-yard line.
You know, the average score in the last 5 games between these teams has been 23-18. So there's been about a 5-point differential, and no score has been greater than 9 points until today.
Thurman, number 32, tried to one-hand it. That would have been some interception. Speaking of Thurman, the guy whose place he took in preseason, Randy Hughes, will come back on the active roster next week, which will present the Cowboys with an interesting dilemma. I'm sure Randy will have to work his way back in shape.
The man's place he took in period was Cliff Harris at free safety, who's been one of the truly great free safeties of all time, number 43. And of course, Dennis is filled in. He leads the NFC in interceptions. He's got 5 this year.
Not bad for a guy who started the preseason as a second-string defensive back. Hart again under heavy pressure. Pass is incomplete. Benny Barnes out there defending against Doug Marsh, number 87, the rookie tight end. 30 seconds left to play in the game. 3rd down and 10. Cowboys will be 8-3, still 2 games behind the Eagles, and the Cardinals will go to 3-8.
Well, it's been all Dallas in the second half.
Casey joined us late. The Cardinals jumped out to a 14-0 lead. And a touchdown run by Anderson and a long pass to Mel Gray. Hart with the sideline throw. And Thurman timing his move just perfectly, stepping in front of Tilley to break it up. O.J. Anderson becomes the first back ever to gain 100 yards against the Cowboys 3 times in his career. He rushed for an even 100 this afternoon in 17 carries. Dorsett will wind up with 122 yards in 26 carries, his third 100-yard game of the year, and his second in as many weeks.
You know, that 100-yard record by Anderson is significant. That goes all the way back to Jimmy Brown. Jimmy Brown never even did that against Dallas.
Fourth down. Last hope here for the Cardinals. 23 seconds. Hart sacked. Torn down by Too Tall Jones, number 72. Not a way you want to finish off your afternoon.
Deerdorf's done a good job all day. Ed Jones, of course, beats him on this play. Goes to the outside, comes to the inside, and that's a sack for Big Ed. Big Ed's been the difference this year for Dallas. He's knocked the passes down. He's had some traps, and he does a good job against the run also.
You'd love to have him on your defense last year, wouldn't you?
Oh, boy.
Would have made a little difference. Cowboys need only to run one play here and run out the clock because the Cardinals are out of timeouts. And that will be the football game.
This is your favorite play right here when you're on a winning team. The old quarterback flop.
That'll do it. So for the second time this year, the Dallas Cowboys defeat the St. Louis Cardinals coming from behind to win it. 31-21, Drew Pearson setting a new Cowboy record for career receiver. Big victories for the Cowboys. That's it from Dallas. For Roger Staubach, this is Frank Lieber saying so long from Texas Stadium. The NFL on CBS is a presentation of CBS Sports.
This is CBS.